Hello students, today in business studies I'm going to start a new chapter which is chapter 5, organizing. Now this is chapter 5 and organizing is the second function of management. As you all know, there are 5 functions of management. First is planning, then organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Now planning we have already done. Whenever management is done, the first step or the primary function of management is planning. Planning is deciding in advance your future course of action. We have already done. Now that is setting up of your objectives. So in planning function we have set our objectives, we have selected the best alternative. Okay, now after deciding our objective, the next function of management is organizing. Organizing basically means making available all the resources, okay, arranging everything in orderly way and making the best use of all the resources. Okay, so organizing, if we see the definition, it is identifying and grouping of different activities. So for achieving the objectives of the company, different activities is to be done. So these activities we have to identify. Now suppose in planning the objective set was to increase the profits or increase the sales by 10%. Suppose in planning the objective set was to increase the sales by 10%. Now we have to identify what activities we have to do if we want to increase the sales. What are the activities? Like we have to increase the turnover, or we have to employ more salesmen, we have to have rigorous advertisement, sales promotion techniques we have to apply, we have to increase the advertisements and all, expenditure on advertisement. So what are the activities which is to be done? So we have to identify that. Then we have to group different activities in an organization. Now grouping will be done, that these activities are related to production, these activities are related to marketing of the product. So grouping is to be done. And then bringing together. Now what we have to do? We have to bring together what? Physical resources, then financial resources and human resources. These are the factors of production. Physical resources, that means material. Financial resources, money. And then human resources means labor. So these are the factors of production. These are the basic requirements of business. So we have to bring together all these and establish most productive relation. And in between these resources, we have to establish a productive relation so that the company is able to achieve its target. The company is able to get its objectives. For what? For achievement of specific goal of the organization. Now this goal we have already set at the planning stage. Okay, these goals are set at the planning stage. So for achieving these goals, these resources are brought together and we have to establish a productive relationship among these resources so that the goals are achieved. Okay, so this is what organizing function is. It is bringing together, it is arranging everything in advance and in a proper way, and to have a productive relationship in between them so that the goals are achieved. Now you can take example of any function. Suppose Teachers Day celebration you are going to have in your school. Now you will do what? You will identify that what are the activities you need to do for celebration of Teachers Day in your school. Now these activities will be grouped in different groups will be made. So one for dancing, one for anchoring, one for giving some mementos to the teachers, or gifts to the teachers, or calling the teachers for participation in some program. So there are different groups you will form, and then you will assign someone the duty to see that that particular group is working accordingly or not. And then you have a coordinator for that. Then your goal will be achieved. You will be successfully conducting the Teachers Day function. Okay. So this type of activities is done in your school also. So this is what organizing is. Now after definition, we'll come to the process of organizing. So there are 4 steps in organizing process. First is identification and division of work. Now whatever work is to be done, first is you have to divide the work into smaller units, and each unit is known as a job. so that that smaller unit, a job is assigned to a particular person. So we have to identify what work is to be done. Then we have to divide that work into small job units, and then that small job is given to a particular person. This is the first step in organizing process. Second is grouping of job and departmentalization. Means what? Now that you have identified that for conducting or for celebration of Teachers' Day, for conducting a function for Teachers' Day, what activities is to be done, then you have divided that activity into small job, okay, and then you have to group that job. Means separate departments is to be created, okay. Now suppose you take example of an organization. You have identified that for achieving the goal of increasing the sales by 10%, what activities is to be done. Then you will divide that activities into small job. That jobs will be grouped together and departments will be formed. Now departments can be functional departmentation, okay, or divisional. This we will see in organization structure, okay. For now, based on functions, if departments are created, that is functional, or based on the area or product, if departments are created, it is divisional, based on the product. Now after making different departments, you have to assign duties, okay. Assignment of duties means it is related with job description. Job description is a document which contains the content and responsibilities of a job. It is a document which clearly defines that for a particular job position, what are the responsibilities and content. So here in different departments, the people are working in different departments. So what duties they are supposed to perform, what are the responsibility of a particular post. If you have created a post of sales manager or marketing manager, what are the responsibilities of that particular post. So you are assigning duties, and then establishing reporting relationship. This clearly mentions that who is going to report to whom. Suppose I am working in an organization, who is there to give me orders and instruction, whose orders and instruction I have to follow, and whom I'll report. Okay, so there should be clear cut clarification should be there, clarity should be there in reporting relationship, that from whom a person will receive order and to whom a person is going to report. Okay, so there will be no conflict, no confusion in the organization. So these are the 4 steps in organizing process: identification and division of work, then grouping of job and departmentalization, assigning duties, and then reporting relationship. Now next is the importance of organizing. Now there are 8 points of importance of organizing. First is benefit and specialization. See, the first step in the organizing process is division of work. Now identification and division of work. Now division of work is having the benefit of specialization. If a total work is divided into small units, into small job, and that is given to a particular person to perform, and a person is performing regularly, he is performing that particular job, he will become specialized. So this is the benefit of division of work, which we have done in chapter 2, principles of management also. So when division of work is there, that will lead to specialization. Second is role clarity. Why role clarity is there? Because people are assigned duty according to the job description. I have told you earlier also that on the basis of job description. Now they clearly know that what they are expected to do because of the job description, and this is a document I just not discussed. It's a document which contains the content, responsibility of a particular job. So it clearly defines that what are the responsibilities of a person are and what they are expected to do. So that is role clarity. Then clarity in working relationship. Since the reporting relationship established, you know who is your boss, who is giving you orders and instruction, and whom you are going to report. So there will be clarity in working relationship. Optimum utilization of resources, because no overlapping of activity, everything is clearly defined. Then coordination and effective administration. This happens because similar jobs are they are grouped in one particular department, so it is easy to coordinate the work and administer. Adoption to changes. When an organization is divided into different departments, then if a change is affecting one department, they can adopt that particular change and that will be informed to other departments also. So they are more, it is easier for a department to adopt the change. Now next is expansion and growth. Now if the company is utilizing its resources optimally and there is proper division of work, the company can face challenges, they can meet all the challenges and they can expand and grow in the future. Now development of personnel, last one. See, delegation is a very important part of organizing. What I said is delegation. Now delegation is sharing of work by the superior with his subordinates. Now if the superior are sharing his work with the subordinate, they are giving their work to the subordinates, this leads to development. How? The superior can now concentrate on important issues and they can share their daily routine work with their subordinates, and subordinates will develop because they are doing the work of their superior, so they are actually getting involved in higher level work. So there will be development of both the superior as well as subordinates. So these are the 8 points of importance of organizing.